Hi, Gabby here from Ray Studios, and this is the ultimate camera gimbal shootout. Wait, it's camera gimbal or gimbal camera? Alright guys, so I have 4 of the most popular gimbal cameras in the market. I think it's called gimbal camera, camera gimbal, I'm not sure. You call it whatever you like, but you know, you get the idea. It's kind of like the DJI Osmo Pocket style camera. I call it DJI Osmo Pocket because this is the one that started it all, and that's why I'm gonna be talking first. So stay to the end because after I talk about all these cameras, I'm gonna show you some footage without talking, just some nice cool music. You can choose by yourself which footage you think is best. Still, I'm gonna give you my opinion at the end, but let's first start by design. So I'm gonna start talking about the Osmo Pocket. This is the oldest one, which means it's a pioneer, and it's like, you know, any other camera that comes after this, people are gonna say, they copy this one. But I don't see it more like a copy, but yeah, you know, it's just a new stylus camera that come up. By being the oldest one, there are a few things that is probably not good, that, you know, new models learn from this model and they say, okay, let's correct these things. So for example, the way you mount the camera, in which, you know, you have this little tiny thing here. That thing right there, I really don't like that. I mean, yeah, not cool. Now, all the other cameras, they have Wi-Fi. This one doesn't. You need like a special accessory for the Wi-Fi. Also, if you want to mount it somewhere, like there are no quarter-inch mount or anything to mount it, so you're also going to need an accessory for that. The screen is very small compared to the gimbal cameras, camera gimbals, but the build quality really stands out. It's one of the best of the bunch. You have 2 arms. Let me see if you can see that. You can see you have 1 arm on each side supporting the camera. The lens looks kind of good, relatively good, and generally speaking, it looks well built. Now, later we're going to be taking a look at the footage on that. Another thing that I want to talk about quickly before I jump into the next camera is the screen is really small, and there isn't much you can do if you want to shoot only just by holding the camera, no smartphone, just only screen. Not the easiest one, definitely not easy. Too small the screen, you can't see much. It's touch screen, but yeah, I don't know. When you get into the phone, well, it gets a lot better, obviously. One thing to remark about this one is because it's been in the market for so long, you already have all the firmware upgrades that you can imagine, which means the software is very stable, while the other cameras are much newer, the software is not that stable. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. So let's go into the next camera. Put this on the case to keep it nice and safe. By the way, talking about the case, there are some of the cases that are pretty much identical. I'll show you in a moment. So now I got the Fimi Pocket, no, Femi Palm. This is the Femi Palm. So yeah, as soon as I hold this camera in my hand, goddamn, this feels cheap. I mean, okay, it is cheap. It is like almost half the price of the other one. I know it's a lot cheaper, but the edges here on the screen, they're so sharp, like not in a good way. I mean, let me see if I can get that on focus. This is so sharp. I mean, you don't want it to be that sharp. The screen is okay, I'll say. The camera is being supported but only 1 arm. You can see here, nothing on the other side. And the lens really doesn't look as good. There is also, it's the only camera out of the bunch that have like a really ultra wide angle, which creates the illusion that it's more stable. So if you're walking or running, this camera will look like it's a lot more stable than the other ones, but that's just because it's an ultra wide angle lens. Like I said, the feel and quality feels cheap. I'm not saying it's bad, maybe it's alright. There is like a rubberish material that is not rubber at all. I mean, at least it doesn't feel like rubber. It feels like, I don't know. Like I say, it feels a little bit cheap. There is a 1/4-inch mount, screw mount here. Look at that. That's a weird place to mount. How are you gonna mount the camera on a tripod like this? I don't know. That's kind of weird. But that being said, it has a big screen. You could control the camera from the screen. I haven't played much with the smartphone connected to this camera via Wi-Fi, but yeah, it has the benefits of a more modern camera. The software is quite stable, even so it's relatively a new camera. It still will benefit from some firmware upgrades, but yeah, that's all I can say about this one. Another thing is, like, I just want to put the DJI into this case, and this, look at this. Let's see if I can put that right. It's not only cheap, it's also not easy. Let me see if I can get it in camera. Okay, that's like about all the protection you have, and then you have this soft covering back. Let's put that on in there. There you go. So this is how you protect the camera. By the way, I think I forgot to mention, there is a joystick here. It's the only one with a joystick so you can control the gimbal, but that joystick is almost useless. It doesn't feel like the joystick of a gimbal. It feels more like the joystick on a cheap old video game console. Like, yeah, I mean, you can control the gimbal like up and down or left or right. It doesn't have diagonals or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the feel of cheapness on this one. Now, let's go to the Feiyu Pocket. By the way, this camera review, it, click right there. You're gonna see the review for this camera. And this one feels extremely similar to the DJI Osmo Pocket. As a matter of fact, look at the case. This is the Feiyu case. This is the Osmo. Let me put it in camera. They're almost identical, right? So, yeah, it feels a little bit better than the Femi Palm. So it feels decent. The build quality, the screen is probably one of the best screens of all these cameras that I just showed you. It's big, it's super easy to control. I mean, if you want to only use the screen, this could be the best. I mean, it's super intuitive, the menus are easy. Also, you know, like I mentioned before in the Fimi Palm, the camera is only held with one arm. So the quality is alright, it's just not the best. The lens doesn't look, it looks plasticky and small. I'm not saying it's bad, just saying it's not as good as some of the other cameras. What I like is like these buttons are all shortcuts, including the power button. The screen is easy to control. When you connect to a smartphone, it's not that great. I didn't dig that the app, the mobile app for this camera. It's alright. It's not like it's bad, but it's not like the DJI Osmo Pocket or the camera we're gonna see next, the Snoppa Vmate. That being said, it's pretty decent. It's at a very good price. So let's put this in the case. By the way, you guys, I have to turn off the air conditioner so I can get good audio. I'm kind of sweating right now. If I put the air conditioner, it's gonna be too noisy. It's standing right next to me, the air conditioner. Check this out. It's a huge air conditioner, so that will be like, so I try to keep it nice with good audio. So now we go to the Snoppa Vmate. Let me see if I can get that on camera. And when it comes to build quality, hands down the best. You can see the lens is bigger, two big arms holding the camera. The lens is the only one that uses actual metal on the lens. It has a nice big lens. The rubberized material on the back is actually rubber and feels really nice in the hand. And generally speaking, the build quality in this camera is just, it really stands out from this group. It really is the best. The screen is similar to the Feiyu. I think it's a little smaller, just by a little, but it's also very easy to control. And this is the only camera that you can control the gimbal through the screen. So you can go up and down and left and right on the gimbal with the screen. It has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It's the only one that is splash proof. That's why the SD card is covered with a, with a flap. I wouldn't say it's rugged. Of course not, it's a gimbal, but I dropped it from the table twice from that height and it survived. So pretty damn good. So for that reason, I definitely say this is the best quality, at least when it comes to building materials and the way it is. And it's almost right in there with the other companies. I mean, it's cheaper than the DJI Osmo Pocket, that's for sure. Now, another advantage of this camera is that I think it's the only camera that can shoot 1080p 240 frames per second, so that's quite good. And the other thing that this camera does very good, well, another thing I want to remark is this thing. You can flip the scene around the lens, so you can shoot Instagram or vertical mode, like for whatever reason you want to shoot vertical mode. If you connect to your smartphone, it does it through, let me show you the case. Usually I show the case at the end, but in this case I'm going to show you here. You can connect the smartphone with this thing, and that makes it very secure. One is in there, and nothing will ever happen to it. Compared to the other cameras that you need to like, either you have no way to connect together, or you have that little weak connection on the Osmo Pocket. This one, it holds really well, connects very fast over Wi-Fi, and the app on the smartphone is very, very good. You have a few features that are very unique, like this like dual camera, where you get the camera of the selfie camera of your phone recording at the same time as this camera, and put it two, like picture in picture. That's quite unique. I don't see anything else doing that. Yeah, there are quite a few unique features on the app, and the app is very nicely done. So yeah, I'm really liking the Snoppa Vmate. Let's put it into the case, completely into the case, so I can show you how it looks like. Oh, this way. It's very well protected, so when you're ready to shoot, take that out, put it in your pocket, and ready to shoot. Like I said, I kind of like the idea of just shooting with the camera without using a phone, so I like to keep it like this. Fun fact, I travel on my pocket like this all the time and nothing happened. So now, let's take a look at the footage of all these 4 cameras. Just look first. you can make your own opinions or your own decision on which video quality is the best. I gotta say something about the Snoppa Vmate. The white balance was a little bit off, but then I reviewed this camera. You can click somewhere in there. I reviewed it twice actually. First when the early prototype came out, and then now recently. And yeah, that white balancing only happened during the test for some reason, but the colors came really nice. I see the image quality is one of the best. Another thing I want to remark is the Feiyu Pocket. It's also in early firmware versions, so I'm sure the stabilization and some stuff in here, you're gonna get better with some firmware upgrades. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I think they're all pretty good. If I have to choose one, I like the Snoppa Vmate, especially because I like quality scenes, and this one really inspired confidence. As soon as you hold it in your hand, it feels really good. I also like the DJI Osmo Pocket, even so it have a lot of, cons basically, but yeah, I kind of like the fact that the software is very stable. So there you have it. If this video somehow helped you make a purchase decision, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll catch you up on the next video.